What's going on YouTube? The Shinobi here, and today we're going to be talking about this Call of Duty Modern Warfare IGN review at E3. And let me just tell you, all the crap I've seen on Google about them saying it's too intense, too violent, and Instagram and all this other bullcrap, it's so stupid to me. Like, I haven't seen this video, that's why we're watching this video in this video, but it's just I don't get it. It's a Call of Duty game. You shoot people. They're the bad guys. That's why you shoot them, because it's a Call of Duty game. But that's just me. That's just me. Well, we will get into it just now. So let me.
Bunch of different people with a bunch of different preferences, thoughts. We're individuals.
At least personally, I feel like I don't necessarily want to play 15 to 20 hours of what I was just shown.
It's very jarring,
Yes.
and I found myself feeling extremely uncomfortable during the demo.
If they get it right.
Wait. She just said uncomfortable? Well, I don't, it's, how can you be uncomfortable with a video game? It's a video game. Like, it has no real world effects. How do you get uncomfortable? I've never been uncomfortable with a game unless I look at the graphics and I'm like, ew. You know, like that's just stupid.
Right, it's going to be one of the most memorable and probably best Call of Duties ever in this annual long-running series.
I hope the game isn't 10 hours of that sort of feel, because that would be very intense and ultimately not very fun.
It is extremely visceral, it is extremely unsettling, but in spite of all of that, or maybe because of that,
Wait, okay, so Mr. Fat Jr. just a second ago pointed out that he said if that gameplay in that demo, 15 to 20 hours of that intenseness, you know, that wouldn't be very fun. Okay, if you haven't played Modern Warfare 2, I want you to go to search on YouTube and look up the No Russian mission in Modern Warfare 2. You literally walk into an airport and kill civilians. That's the whole mission. Me and a couple of my friends, when we're playing Rainbow or anything like that, we'll just say no Russian and everybody gets it, and we'll just start killing each other. Like, it's the whole premise of them trying to get it accurate as possible. Like, of course it's going to be intense because it's a Call of Duty game. Like, if you don't like the intenseness, get out of my face. Like, retards.
The rules have changed. There's a fine line between right and wrong.
There's essentially a terror attack in London. Spoilers, by the way. There's a terror attack in London. Your cell, Captain Price, Sergeant Garrick, who I believe is the protagonist, the character you play as, take a small, covert SWAT-style team.
Tier 1 operators,
Tier 1 operators. To do a breach and clear of this terror cell in this house.
A townhouse, yes.
Right.
It's real narrow, and it's just like 4 floors.
Yeah, it's a terraced house in North London. I'm from North London, so I can assure you that it looked very accurate. They even had the correct train on the train line, which was very...
That's impressive.
It is one of the most visually impressive games I've seen.
Yeah, the attention
it does look
to detail.
Beautiful.
I think the most jarring part is that, of course, this is in London, and you're crawling through this house. I mean, crawling. You're stealth walking through this house with many people, many teams, many guns. You got your night vision goggles. Like, you're all suited up.
Wait a minute. She was like, okay, so obviously we're in London, and you're going into this terrorist house, and you have many people, many team, many gun. Like, please English for me real quick. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. You arrogant person here. I would say retard, but I know there's many people that would get triggered over that. But see, anyway, it's a Call of Duty game. I don't know how many times I have to say that. I think I'm gonna make the title of the video. It's a Call of Duty game. IGN. It's a Call of Duty game. What like what do you like why like what's the I don't know, man. It's so frustrating sometimes.
Essentially. And granted, they are terrorists, but it's still weird.
On a technical level, I thought they're doing some really interesting things. Adding in some new mechanics that will make gunplay, will make the game itself a lot more interesting.
It reminded me of Mile High Club in the sense that there's, you're weaving your way through. There are a lot of people at very tricky angles.
Yeah.
There are non-combatants.
Yes.
And the line between non-combatant and combatant is every single level is explored to a greater degree.
Yes.
I think from a provocative sense, you start off, there are female combatants. There are female combatants being used as human shields that then grab a gun and try and shoot you.
Whether there are innocents involved or not, you have to kind of make that call as you go through.
And you're trying to do it as quietly as possible to not alert everyone else in the house.
Yeah,
and
because everyone has guns.
Yeah, everyone in this house has an AK-47 under their bed, it looks like.
It looked like they were incorporating some Rainbow Six kind of style things where you can shoot through doors, you can shoot through walls, you can peer around corners.
Yeah, you've got the lean mechanic, which is really nice.
And enemies have that too. They'll pop their head around, and if you're quick enough, you can nail.
It's unfortunate though, because like these mechanics are super interesting. Like they make combat a little bit more tactical. They give you a lot more options. Like the fact that at least in this particular demo, like the environments were very destructible. That's all super interesting. But then it puts those mechanics at odds with itself, making you so uncomfortable to the point where, like, I at least personally, I feel like I don't necessarily want to play 15 to 20 hours of what I was just shown.
While you are going into a moral gray area.
Okay,
like,
nah,
that's
bro.
exactly what it is.
Nah, bro. Okay, so this guy just had a whole 30-second to minute hype train on this game, talking about how the destructibility of the environment and how realistic they've gotten with it and all the options they give you with it. And at the very end, he drops this little poop bomb right on the top of the nice Christmas present that he just wrapped up for you. Like why? Like, it's a game. It's a Modern Warfare game. Like, how do they put them? He said those same mechanics put you at odds with yourself or some junk like that, so it makes you super uncomfortable. Like, stop being a baby. Like, grow a pair. Freaking retards.
Morally ambiguous area. Your enemies are no longer wearing uniforms that denote that, like, it's not black and white anymore.
Also where some of the difficulty in, it looks so beautiful and so realistic, so when I have to then shoot these people, it looks like you're shooting, like, whether they're terrorists or not, of course.
Infinity Ward is intentionally pushing buttons on this.
Whoa. Did I just hear what I heard? Did I just hear what I just heard? Did my ears deceive me, or is this dude that much of a wuss? Is this guy, bro? The people these days are so soft. They're like that mushy like stuff you find at the bottom of a garbage bag, and you're just like disgusted with its scent and touch. Like it's like, I don't get it. Like, oh, it's so real that when it comes time to shoot someone, it actually looks like you're shooting someone. Oh. Buckle up. We're going on a rocket ship drive, ultimate accelerant spaceship ride. I don't even know what I just said there, but it's a first person shooter. you've already explained to me all these mechanics that they've implemented into the game to make it look realistic, and then you hate on the realisticness because when it comes time to shoot someone, it actually looks like you're shooting someone. Like, bro, if any of these people played Modern Warfare 2, which I assume they did, and they played No Russian, I don't understand what the past couple of years have done to them. I really don't get it. It's a video game. I'm really like, bro, I swear, if we get the option to like kill some kind of civilian, I'm gonna do it on camera. Like it's a video game. Like what? Like there's a huge difference between playing No Russian in a video game and actually doing the real thing. Like there's a huge difference. And it's not gonna me playing No Russian isn't gonna make me think, oh, now I want to go shoot up an airport. Like that has no. I've never thought that at all in any video game I've ever played. Like it's just a video game. Like calm your tits.
And that's a risky thing to do, but and maybe they'll fall flat on their face, and this game's going to end up being offensive to anyone who's served in the military. I don't know. That is entirely possible. If they get it right, and they've remember this.
Wait a
this
minute.
being run
Hold
by,
up a second. Did he just say this could this could fall flat on its face and offend someone in the military? Oh my goodness. Like, how? How? Just explain to me. How? I just want to know. I want you to personally message me, call me, come straight to my face, and explain. How? It's a video game. How does it offend? Bro, oh my gosh. The actual stupidity in these people is like over Goku's power level at freaking Ultra Instinct. Like the stupidity could beat Ultra Instinct with one punch. Like it's that overpowering. Like I don't understand how retarded someone has to be to think, oh, a video game is going to offend military people. Like it's a video game. Like how?
headed by a couple of former leads from Naughty Dog, so there's a pedigree there. If they get it right, it's going to be one of the most memorable and probably best Call of Duties ever in this annual long-running series.
I mean, I think it's really important to remember this was a demo. It was taken out of context, and but in the context
okay, I will admit that those guys before these two like whiny babies right here. Wait, no, I paused it. What the heck? I'll back it up. My bad.
Memorable and probably best.
Go, son. Yeah, just continue watching
in this
it.
Annual long-running
Right,
series.
there we go. All right, let me pause it. Yeah, sorry about that. But like, the only people I have hope for at IGN in this game are those two guys before these girls. They're talking about how the absolute retard talking about this could offend military people. But yeah, those are the only people I'm really liking at this point because they're actually like giving every perspective of the game. Like I appreciate that. Everybody else just like they just pile a bunch of dog crap onto this game because it's realistic. Like I don't understand how you can do that to a video game. Like of course it's realistic. It's like over halfway of 2019. It's soon going to be 2020. Like the technology for video games now is still growing, and right now it's still incredibly insane. If you looked at video games from this year and then looked at video games from 5 years ago, there is a huge difference. And of course there is, because the technology that we have now is going to make it look more immersive and more realistic and make you think you're actually there in the game, makes it look like that you're actually doing the actions that you are doing. but in no way, shape, or form am I going to be playing Modern Warfare, and if I accidentally slip a finger and just kill an innocent civilian, I'm not going to think, rip, let me go cry in my pillow now because I killed a civilian. It's a video game. I'm thinking, oh, I shot an NPC. I shot a computer right there. Like, I shot absolute air. Like, that's not a real person. It's a, like, program in a video game that makes a person there. I mean, I don't know if that's how it works, but I mean, it's a game. Like, stop being soft. You softies. Wuss. Absolute wuss. But I am going to say Shorty on the right looking bad, though. I'm going to say that.
I mean, I think it's really important to remember this was a demo. It was taken out of context, but in the context that they showed it to us, I felt uncomfortable, and it felt, I mean, I don't know, it just felt so real, and I know that's what they were going for, but I don't know, you can speak to this, but just like, that these are real life scenarios.
Right, and so the whole thing what Infinity Ward is going for is like these are instances taken out of the headlines, right? Mm-hmm. And when you approach that, it has to be done with such care.
Yep.
And the demo we saw wasn't really given that care because, of course, we don't have the context. We don't have anyone saying, hey, this is where we're at so far, why it's okay for us just to go into the house and shoot everybody in there instead of taking them prisoner, except for like 2 people.
Okay. These girls talking about how context. That's all I'm hearing. And they're talking about how there is no context. And the context they showed that the demo to them in isn't what they wanted, isn't what they wanted to see, which is basically what they're saying. I don't care how they're wording it right now. They're just saying they don't like the way it's being shown right now. Like, of course it's realistic, and then she goes on to say, I know that's what they're going for. Like, I mean, make up your mind. And then we're not done yet. And then she goes on to say that it makes her feel uncomfortable and stuff like that. And these are real life scenarios. Okay, I get that somewhere in the world that there was some kind of tactical infiltration of a terrorist hideout. All right, I get that. I totally agree with that. That happens in every country. That happens. Well, no, not okay. Well, never mind. I will say that it's like mainly U.S. that goes after terrorists. But like, of course, that's like some of the news on like CNN and Fox sometimes. But like, and then they're talking about we don't have context. Like, the context is you're an elite group of squad people and you go into this terrorist house to kill terrorists. Like, that's the context that you were giving it to in, because that's what they're trying to portray. And if they say it's too realistic, I feel terrible when I shoot at someone because it looks so real. Oh my goodness, like, I don't get why we're killing women and children. Oh my goodness, like all of that other bullcrap. Like, Infinity Ward is basically sticking up the middle finger and saying, I don't care what you think, I'm going to give you the real stuff and what happens in day-to-day life. Like, yes, this stuff happens. That's why they're putting it in their game, for it to be 100% accurate, look 100% fire, and at the same time, you have a fun time with it. Like, that's how Infinity Ward does their stuff. Nothing against Activision, but I have always favored Infinity Ward over Activision for many reasons. Now, I will say Activision had a good time in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Those are my favorite, those are 2 of my favorite Call of Duty games that have been made. But Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 were just not what I wanted out of a video game. The only thing I enjoyed from Black Ops 3 was a little bit of the multiplayer and Rise and Drotten from zombies in the castle and stuff like that. But it's just like, y'all are trying to hate on realisticness for it being realistic. Like that's the most dumbest bullcrap I've ever heard in my life. It just doesn't make sense to me.
And it's not very clear, and so it was just very jarring because of that.
Well, at one point, they break into a room, and you train your gun on the person who's in there, and it's a woman, and she's running to a crib, and she picks up a baby, and you're like,
right?
What do you do there?
Well, I mean, obviously, if you're a good person, you don't shoot the baby.
We never really saw the consequences of any choices, how differently this mission could have gone.
Yeah.
What happens if you hadn't shot out that light? What happens if you do accidentally kill the woman and her child? Does the mission end? Does it change the story of the game at all?
Yeah, we don't know, and I think that's the biggest question for me, is seeing out like whether there is a lot of choice that impacts the story, or if it is very much a story they intend to tell in a certain way.
If there is some kind of choice that you can make.
Okay, I'm pausing it a little too soon this time, but just bear with me here. So they're talking about, man, I just don't understand. These people would never survive the age I grew up in. Like, sure, when I was growing up, when I was like 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, I was playing Mario Kart, Sonic Adventure 2, like all of those like Nintendo fire games as a kid. I mean, if you didn't play those games, you were just missing out on life. And if you haven't played those games now, bro, go on Amazon and like a Nintendo, like a GameCube or like a Nintendo, just the regular Nintendo, like where you put the cartridge in, bro. I mean, there's no way they're over like $20, and you can just get the games with them. But if you don't want to do that, that's completely up to you. But I mean, after those days, I always grew up playing first-person shooters, third-person shooters, RPG games, like all of the fun games that made me like interested in the game, because it had the fun combat of the multiplayer, and the zombies and the story was just so good. Like when zombies came out on Black Ops 1, bro, I was ecstatic, bro. I was tripping. I was like, what is this? What is this? And it's just like I was in awe of what they did there. And I guarantee they'd be like, zombies? Like, I mean, it's a game. It's a freaking game, bro. Calm your tits. And like, if they're gonna complain about shooting a kid and the kid's mom in the game, and you played Modern Warfare 2, the campaign, all the way through, there's no way you didn't play No Russian. You had to play No Russian. No Russian, if I haven't said it already, which I'm pretty sure I've already said it, is a mission, a campaign storyline mission in Modern Warfare 2, where you and a group of terrorists go into an airport and fire squad the whole airport. The whole airport. I'm telling you, every civilian, all of the SWAT people that show up. I mean, you killed everybody. And they're now complaining about killing a kid and her mom. Now, I get the way they're looking at this is, oh my goodness, this looks so close to real life that it is real life. I can't take it. I just can't do it anymore. Like all the LGBT, AWXYZ community bullcrap, and the mams, all of the transgender people trying to get their piece in. And I'm tired of the smallest community in gaming trying to make their but like all of what they want to do in the video games. Like, you have to understand, when you hear like the LGBT stuff, I guarantee you anyone who's not LGBT, it's like there's like 2 LGBT people in there speaking as loud as possible. Bro, there's probably like 1,000 other people that disagree with them. Like, just start an uproar and they will shut up. Like, it's that simple. They are the smallest community representing the biggest amount of people, like, which is us. Like, I don't want you representing my video game. And I'm tired of, like, this is why I made this video. I'm tired of all of these LGBT people, transgender people, homosexual people, like all of these people that are soft, that don't want things in video games because it's too violent or it's too realistic or I just don't want that there. Like, shut up. Please let these developers just make a good video game for once. For once, bro. Like, that's all I ask. Is just like 4 games in the span of like 2 years that are good. Like, that's all I'm asking for. I'm tired of people hating on Infinity Ward for it being too realistic. I'm tired of people hating on Cyberpunk for like all of the racist bullcrap and all this other stuff. I'll make that video will come later, sooner, eventually. It just aggravates me. Like, let them do their job and shut up. Just shut up. Like, no one cares.
In the game, that wasn't in the demo.
Right,
That we
and so
saw.
I think that would be if the headline coming out of the Modern Warfare reboot or reimagining, whatever you want to call it, if the headline coming out of this was you can play this game non-lethally, I think that would have, if that had been tacked onto the end of that demo, like that would have really changed my opinion of it.
I think it's how this moral
Wait a
system
minute.
pays off.
Okay,
If there is any
that
element of
blew it
choice
out of the
and
ballpark
the
for
story
me.
they're trying to
That
tell
right
is
there.
just
Hold on,
a
sorry guys.
realistic
I've done an oof. Let me get it
Whatever you
going
want to
here.
call it. If the headline coming out of this
Yeah,
was, you
what
can play
this
game
guy's saying
non-lethally,
right now
I think
is
that would've-
absolutely
if that
retarded.
had been
Like,
tacked onto the end of that demo, like
I'm
that-
so in awe of this dude's stupidity. If a non-lethal Call of Duty game, like, what? I'm woke. I am woke right now. Like, extra woke, thick boy. Like, I don't get it. You are asking Call of Duty Modern Warfare to be non-lethal? Okay. I'm just gonna play the video. I'm gonna just play the video.
would have really changed my opinion of it.
I think it's how this moral system pays off. If there is any element of choice and the story they're trying to tell, is it just a realistic, gritty story that I read on the news every day? Because that's not a game I want to play, really.
For now, the gameplay that I saw,
Yes.
I'm with you. I thought it was compelling, it was interesting, and I'm already more interested in the Call of Duty campaign than I have been in years. And I know that's like a backhanded compliment at this
Sure.
point, but it's actually
But
true. I am
it's true for me as well.
very interested in what's going on with this game.
I'm looking forward to seeing more, to see what the whole game is. I don't know if it'll be.
So, I like those 2 guys. You know which guys I'm talking about. The ones that are actually, giving both sides their opinion. Like, oh, this is what I don't like, but I also like all of these things too. Like the guys before Fatso and Indian billionaire guy over there. You know what I'm talking about? Like, those guys I can actually agree with on most things. Like, except a few. Don't just make sure you don't pile me in with that person. Okay? I can agree with them on a few things because they're giving both sides of their opinion. Oh, I don't like this, but I like that. But I like this too, but I don't like this. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not all bad and it's not all good. He's giving his honest opinion on the game. Everybody else, like Mr. Blondehead London guy over there, he trash talks the whole time, and then here and there he says a few good things about it, and then he says, "Oh, I can't wait to see everything else." Like, huh? Bum again, please, bum again. I don't understand. Like, he says, "Oh, if it's the same nitty gritty things I read on the news every day, that's not a game I want to play." And, oh man, if you know, if it's not story changing, then that's just But I can't wait to say any like everything else. I can't wait. I can't wait, guys. Like, well, what? What? Like, huh? Like, minion what there? That is a minion what right there. That bamboozles me. That's so like that's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like trying to eat a piece of mint gum and then right after that eat a piece of chocolate or a Sprite. You know, like they just don't mix because that's just a no. Or like trying to combine eggs with barbecue sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you are going in two way different directions. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Fun, but it's doing something different, so I'm giving it that at least.
Is that okay for video games to do? I think absolutely. I think it's a medium to tell stories. I hope that Call of Duty tread the line between being respectful and I hope their intentions are altruistic here. I want to see more, frankly.
Me too.
We'll see. Again, open-minded. I'm excited to see the multiplayer.
I just want to see multiplayer.
Yes,
like, that's what I don't know. That's what we love.
That's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the video for today. I am excited to see more gameplay. I definitely will give more reviews in the future. I definitely will be playing this beta. If y'all want to watch that, same goes for many other games I'm going to do reviews on. And whatchamacallit, sorry for the Velcro ripping. I'm definitely going to be playing some Modern Warfare 4, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Let's see here. November, I'm gonna be playing some Pokemon Sword and Shield. I definitely, yeah, there will be more upgrades to my setup. Like literally right now, I have my monitor with my Xbox and PS4, my laptop right now with the game capture shut up. And I was doing a lot of research last night on stuff I need to buy. Like I know what camera and the mics I'm getting and stuff like that for the little camera thing on the top right, top left, or something like that. And yeah. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. If you liked it, consider subscribing and share it with your friends. And I will see you I'll probably maybe do a double upload today. It just depends on what time it is when I get home from working out. And if I can't, then the latest video will probably come out Monday because I have work tomorrow and the day after. So I hope you have a good rest of your day and stay tight. Or hold on, I'm trying to think of something. I was thinking of an outro. And stay stealthy, my friends. Yeah. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and stay stealthy, my friends. Oh, no. Stay stealthy, my shinobi. There we go. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and stay stealthy.